So on Tuesday, Kevin McCarthy was removed as House Speaker.
Kevin McCarthy, the Speaker of the House, has just been bounced.
On this vote, the yeas are 216, the nays are 210. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
As of right now, no one is in charge of Congress.
And interim Speaker Patrick McHenry took out his anger on the gavel.
Chair declares the House in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
Don't let the bow tie fool you. He's dangerous. So here's the thing. I'm not a fan of Kevin McCarthy, mainly because I'm not a fan of any politician. Because we shouldn't be fans of politicians. They are nothing more than glorified DMV workers we pay to handle the admin of running the country. But that's how we should judge them. Not on, well, at least he's fighting, but whether they're moving the ball down the field in the right direction. And is that happening right now? No. Again, I don't really care that he was voted out, but I do care why he was voted out, and what it says about the conservative movement. He wasn't voted out by a Republican majority or with someone better waiting in the wings to immediately replace him, or even because he did something specifically wrong. After all, he did bring cuts. Not big cuts, but some cuts are better than no cuts. He brought cuts to the table. He brought separate votes over Ukraine funding to the table. This was supposed to be at least a small conservative victory, but that wasn't good enough, and instead Kevin McCarthy is gone. And why? Because we have a massive seriousness problem right now. And by that I mean there are no serious people anywhere. The person behind McCarthy's firing is one of the least serious people supposedly on our side, Matt Gaetz. When he's not moonlighting as Jack Nicholson in Batman or enjoying time in his vacation home up Trump's ass, he's doing what he loves best, playing the part of a principled conservative to make himself a media star. And that's what this was all about. Because what was Matt Gaetz doing this whole time? He was pumping out fundraising emails.
Mr. Speaker, we've been here for 8 months with one of the tightest majorities in modern history. Yet look at the accomplishments of this majority, this conservative majority, with the majority of Republicans voting for the strongest border security in my lifetime, fighting against this incomprehensible energy policy that's driving up energy costs 40%, utility and gasoline payments, pushing Americans into energy poverty. We passed legislation to unleash America's energy resources, pushing back this administration's brainless policies on energy. We've passed legislation to pull back, to stop spending $4.8 trillion that I want to make note. My friends that are carrying this motion to vacate opposed. We've passed legislation to streamline regulations, permitting, environmental laws for the first time in 40 years. Again, my friends here opposed. We strengthened work requirements for welfare to get people back into the workforce. Again, my friends over here opposed. I keep wondering, what is going on? Are we redefining what conservative is? What's going on in this country today? What's going on in this body? Where you have Freedom Works, Heritage, Chip Roy, and Jim Jordan say something's conservative, and these folks say it's not, and they're right. And all of a sudden, my phone keeps sending text messages. Text messages saying, hey, give me money. Oh, look at that. Oh, look, give me money. I filed the motion to vacate. Using official actions to raise money. It's disgusting. It's what's disgusting about Washington.
And what did Matt Gaetz do the second McCarthy was kicked out, while everyone on his side was working out what the hell they're going to do now, because Matt Gaetz has no plan? He was speaking to the media he pretends to hate, feeding them their favorite diet, Republicans eating each other.
Congressman Gaetz, if not McCarthy, then...
Catalyzed the House of Representatives today. To whose benefit? People have called you a narcissist. People say that is to your benefit alone. Is it to the benefit of you and to Donald Trump?
It's the benefit of this country that we have a better Speaker of the House than Kevin McCarthy. Kevin McCarthy couldn't keep his word. He made an agreement in January regarding the way Washington would work, and he violated that agreement.
Don't get me wrong, I have no problem with conservatives fighting each other for the direction of our movement. But there's a big difference between people debating or arguing or tweeting back and forth at each other in isolation in pursuit of something worthwhile, and undermining the entire movement in pursuit of personal fame and fortune. Again, it's not like the entire Republican Party ousted Kevin McCarthy. It was all of the Democrats and a handful of Republicans led by Matt Gaetz. Our side is constantly talking about purity tests and showing loyalty and being principled, but Gaetz teamed up with the worst people in the room to get what he wanted. This was a dream for Democrats. They got to kick out the Republican Speaker of the House and let an attention whore like Matt Gaetz suck out all of the oxygen in the room, so as a bonus, other stories get buried, like whether the Biden administration has been infiltrated by Iranian spies, or Gavin Newsom filling Dianne Feinstein's seat with an abortion lobbyist from Maryland, or Biden's impeachment. It was just reported that Biden is cancelling another $9 billion in student loan debt. Would be nice if we had one part of the government we still controlled, wouldn't it? Let alone the fact that chaos is what the Democrats want right now. That's why Jamal Bowman pulled the fire alarm. Another story we're not talking about now. Ilhan Omar was literally licking her lips over what Matt Gaetz was doing. Here's a piece of life advice. If Ilhan Omar is licking her lips over something, it's either a family member or a piece of terrible policy. And unless Matt Gaetz has a Somali parent we don't know about, we know it's the second one. Look, I get it that a bunch of conservatives out there don't like Kevin McCarthy. I don't particularly like Kevin McCarthy. But politics is all about picking the lesser of two evils and trying to make the best of the shitty hand we're dealt until we get dealt a better hand. We don't have the White House, we don't have the Senate, the only thing we have is the House, and we have a razor-thin majority. How does sparking chaos and grinding House business to a halt help us achieve anything? How does giving the Democrats everything they want help us achieve anything? How does giving the left-wing media everything they want help us achieve anything? How can you call yourself a true conservative if you're working hand-in-hand with the worst people on the other side? And how can you do this with zero plan for what comes next? Well, Matt Gaetz can do it because he doesn't care. He's getting everything he wants out of this because he feeds off chaos. And he's willing to throw his own side under the bus if it means he's trending on social media, going on every news show in the country, and raising as much money from people as possible. And a lot of the people around him are also really happy about this. They feed off chaos too. Everyone who feeds off clicks, attention, controversy, they're delighted. The memes are just flooding in. This sort of conservative doesn't care if we win, lose, or draw, as long as they're making money. And it's way easier to make money when we lose. Look at the state of the GOP in the last few years. We've lost governor mansions, we've lost state houses, we've lost House seats, we've lost the Senate, we've lost the White House. And people like Matt Gaetz keep on rising. This might be great for his fundraising, or his social media following, or his future job in media, but it's doing nothing to help us move the needle in the right direction, which is the actual job we pay these clowns to do. We've become so used to unserious and petty battles of personalities that politics is like a reality TV show or something, that we've forgotten about the war we're in. And if we lose this war, people die. That's the reality of inflation, unemployment, bad foreign policy. Kicking out Kevin McCarthy might be great for the meme game and for Matt Gaetz's PR team, but if you have to team up with the entire Democratic Party to get what you want, and spit in the face of almost every other Republican to do it, you're not on our team anymore. People have to understand that our movement is being hijacked by unserious people taking advantage of serious concerns, but their goal isn't to win. Their goal is to trend on Twitter. And if trending is the goal, why bother trying to win? Winning is difficult, but losing is easy, especially when you can make a lot of money doing it.